How you doing? Welcome to the Golf Shack. My name's James Whitaker. I'm joined today by James Savage, equipment editor of National Club Golfer magazine, and we're looking at some Cobra drivers, James.
Yeah, we've got the Cobra King F7 drivers here, which we haven't had a chance to do any sort of in-depth comparisons with. You may remember our initial review of these drivers a couple of months back, but we thought we'd get our anonymous big hitter hitting them. Wanted to do a nice comparison, so we thought the King F7 Plus driver and last year's product, well, 18 months ago's product, the King Ltd driver, as used by Rickie Fowler. So two players drivers, if you like, aimed at your maybe more like your 0 to 5 handicap market. We think this could be a good comparison.
Yeah. Well, and that was a very good driver. Very not easy on the miss hits, but a really solid performing driver for a better striker.
Yeah, I found when I hit that out of the middle, that was going as far as anything.
Yeah, definitely.
I just don't hit it out the middle enough to sort of put a driver like that into the bag. King F7, what they've done, obviously they've got the sort of 3 weights there where you can go heavier weight in the front, back or in the draw position. They've both got the MyFly loft, but the sort of bonus, if you like, with Cobra drivers this year, which we have talked about before, is their Connect technology, which is teamed up with a company called Arcos, who do sort of GPS tracking. Got a little device in there, syncs with an app on your phone, detects when you've hit a drive, detects when you hit your second shots, then you can get all your round stats at the end of it. So that's
a nice touch, isn't it?
Probably the first thing. This Cobra have patented this technology. The only people doing this, and it's just adds another sort of string to their bow, if you like, for what they're offering to the consumer. But that's one thing. We want to know really how these drivers perform. You've seen all the videos. You know what numbers are good for our anonymous big hitter. We want to see what the F7's like, F7 Plus is like compared to the King Ltd. Has it improved on a previous product? So I think this could be a good one to have a look at.
Okay, let's go and have a look.
Let's get him out. Okay, let's get started then with the Cobra King Ltd. Spaceport technology. See how that goes.
Looking forward to this.
Yeah, absolutely. It's an interesting one, this King Ltd. It's the driver that Rickie Fowler
did very well with,
Yeah, it's good drive for him. I've tested it out myself and felt like it's one of those drivers where it's typical sort of better players club really. I think when right out the middle it's really good, but just round the edges where I tend to hit it, that's a nice shot. Not as forgiving as some. Not as forgiving as like the the F6, and obviously now we've got the F7 range, so that was a little loosener, I think. 160 mile an hour ball speed. So I think from the numbers that we've seen before, was the sort of base number for ABH is kind of like 165.
165 is his number,
and then we know anything that kind of gets above that is performing really well. Tell you what, those
strikes looks like he's swinging good. He looks good today, doesn't he? He looks a bit more like a golfer.
He does. He's got a jumper and trousers on. He seems to have lost the lycra look.
I feel a bit more comfortable, I don't know. I
feel a lot more relaxed. So there we go, 164.4. So easing his way into it. We know the club's working for him. It's we did a little bit of testing before we started with a few different shafts, and we're going with the shaft that was working best, which is the Aldella Rogue shaft.
That's a beautiful
really nice
shot,
isn't it? Yeah.
Good ball flight, that'll go a long way. Yep.
Yeah, ball speed a little bit down, but look at the numbers. 282 carry. Very low spin. I think again this is
that's a low spinning club, isn't it?
It is a low spinning club, and that's why it's for your high handicappers you just lose a bit of that forgiveness, don't you? Some players just need that bit of extra spin to keep it in the air. So we'd want to see that sort of 2,000 really, wouldn't we?
2,000 probably about the right number.
Lovely.
Be interesting. Yeah, it was good. 165 there. And then we're on a 2.2 on the spin.
So everything there is looking pretty good.
Really solid.
Particularly that spin, ball speed where we'd expect it.
Yeah.
Obviously, one of the main differences that we've got with the King F7, well, the F7 Plus driver that we're testing with today, this isn't really an adjustable driver in terms of moving weights around.
That'll do, that's fine, isn't it?
Yeah. pretty good. Bit of a variation there on shots, but good. Well
Good
done.
number. Right, let me just do the Trackman.
Good solid performance on that. I'll be interested to see how the other one goes. Yeah, so the version I've got in my hand here is the regular King F7, and the difference between the King F7 and the F7 Plus is this is a lot larger head. It's a lot more confidence.
Slightly closed as well.
Well, I'm not sure if it sits closed, but it's because it's got all that adjustability.
It's got all the adjustability in there, right? Okay. Oh, that's a great ball flight.
Yeah. So yeah, main difference between the two is just a more compact head on the Plus model, but it's got the same weights, same adjustability, 165.5. So that's a good start, good first shot there.
It's as good as you're going to get, that, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty optimal in terms of spin, launch. Look at that.
That's brilliant. He's
Really
liking
nice
this one, isn't
flight,
it? Yeah.
isn't it? Yeah.
Very good. Yeah, same again. Numbers all in the
blue zone.
In the blue zone, yeah. So we're happy with that, aren't we?
Which is what you want. And just as I touched on before, then in terms of the adjustability settings on this drive, we've actually the heavier 12 gram weight we've put that at the front. But what I quite like about these Cobra drivers is it's just got a little bit of variation there in terms of fine tuning your flight and your spin. I mean, Cobra told me that by putting the heavy weight in the draw position, it can have up to sort of 20 yards worth of draw. Can't really vouch for that. I've seen that.
That's massive on ball speed there, 167. I mean, he's left the face open a little bit, but that's why it's not spun a little bit more, so it's not total. But it's still got a really good carry out of it.
Yeah, and another thing, I mean, Cobra don't like to have a reputation of just being a loud brand, but you can get this driver in like your different colour optionations with your white head or your blue head, and I think that's a good thing. It's a positive thing. Yeah. If you want to just go for the black, go for the black, but the other options are there. I think he lost his concentration there. Maybe
he's thinking of the blue one, I think.
You are? Yeah. Or maybe he was reminiscing about his Valentine's Day.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Maybe he had a hot date.
Did you reckon? Wonder if he took his mask off.
Probably not, otherwise he wouldn't have had the date in the first place.
Banter here, eh? Stop it. I reckon that might have been your head then.
Probably. Do find ball speed goes up a little bit every time I start talking.
Brilliant numbers again.
It's very consistent as well, haven't they? Everyone's carrying
about impressive.
280 total, 307, 308.
One more for us, I think.
Yeah, but good sort of solid performing drivers which are going to work for your better players, I think.
That's a great swing.
Solid, yeah.
Really good swing.
Straight down the line.
I like that one. Brilliant. Ball speed again.
Fantastic, yeah.
Great stuff, all right. Should we go and have a look at those numbers?
Yeah, absolutely. Nice one, cheers.
Okay then, James, so we've got the numbers in front of us. Anything stand out there for you?
Well, I think what we need to say is that both drivers were both performing really well for our anonymous big hitter. I think they were very, very consistent on the day. And the one number that I'm drawn to there on both clubs is that smash factor, which is sort of 149, 150.
Yeah.
Which shows that he was hitting.
He was happy with it. Yeah, definitely.
He was getting on well with both clubs, which is nice to see. And as I mentioned in the hitting part of the video, we sort of use that 165 mile an hour that's his sort of standard sort of benchmark really, and anything that goes above that is good. So we've seen a few that didn't quite get up there, but we also got a few, particularly with the F7.
Yeah,
we got a few up there: 167, 166.5, 167.2. We had a 166 with the King Ltd. the overall package of the F7 Plus just seemed to be working a little bit better, didn't it?
I think his mishits on the F7, the ball speed was still stronger than the King Cobra. You know, we had one down at 160.
Yeah.
So that, you know, that was quite a big drop down.
Yeah.
In terms of ball speed. So that, the ball speed was always higher across the face.
Yeah.
On the F7. So it probably looked at the, you know, the weaknesses of the older head.
Yeah.
When you get it out of the middle, it's a fantastic golf club. But I think maybe just, you know, the miss-centered strikes.
And we saw that the spin was just a little bit too low at times, wasn't it, with the King Ltd, whereas with the higher, almost the more spin that we got out of the F7, they were actually producing the better shots. They were actually, you know, the best sort of carry.
Yeah, there was nothing, you know, there was nothing down by the 1500-1600 mark on the F7 Plus. You know, it was always the lowest we got was around 2000. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, it was really well controlled spin, and it had a better ball flight all the way through.
It did, yeah. We just had the MyFly loft settings on 9.5 with each, but with the F7 it just seemed to be a bit more piercing.
Yeah, it was always going forwards, wasn't it? Whereas every now and then with the limited, it kind of popped up and spun away to the right a little bit. So.
Yeah. So I think that there's, you know, maybe if you're a King Ltd user and you couldn't have had it for that long, so it's probably getting on for like 18 months to 2 years it's been out for. But if you were looking for an upgrade, I think the F7's a good place to go. I think these are definitely better player drivers. You know, Cobra have said that to me, that they say sort of, you know, 0 to sort of 5 handicap. Yeah. This is where they're aiming these drivers at, and I think with the adjustability, that's a plus point for it as well. You've got the adjustability with the weights, you've got the adjustable loft, you've also got adjustability in the design, if you like, because you can go for like the blue or the white heads on that. So
there's plenty you can do with it, isn't there?
It is.
It's a niche market though.
A little bit, yeah. You know, it's quite hard for Cobra to you know, compete with the Callaways and the TaylorMades and the Pings of this world. But I think what it is fair to say is, if you look at some of our other videos and you look at the ball speed numbers that our anonymous big hitter has been getting with clubs from those other brands, these numbers are right up there.
Yeah, you know, it's solid, isn't it?
Yeah, they're competing. You know, the technology that Cobra like to talk a lot about. It's working. Yeah. Got the design there, and it's you know, I think that they've got some good drivers in the market. I think this is where they do best for me personally. I think they're sort of woods and drivers are their strong point. They've got good heritage, haven't you? Like you know, Greg Norman with the original sort of King Cobra driver. He was all right, yeah. So yeah, we're happy with these clubs, aren't we? And I think that
it's good to see something improving.
Absolutely, it's always good to see someone improving, and something that Cobra are always doing is they're innovating, because they've got their Connect technology in there, which we spoke a little bit about on the intro of the video. So if you're someone that's saying, okay, well, the performance is very similar to, you know, to your Ping and your TaylorMade and your Callaway in terms of the ball speed, but you want something extra. Yeah. Maybe this Cobra Connect, where you can track your drives and whatnot, might just be that extra little
selling point for you.
USP.
Good one.
You know, that people might buy into, but we're happy with the clubs. We like the performance. So
great stuff.
Pretty happy.
All right, so we're happy with that one. Good stuff. So I'd recommend you go and try that driver. And if you've got any comments, make them below, and we'll see you again soon. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed those videos. These videos are shot down at Moor Allerton Golf Club. It's a beautiful 27-hole golf course here in Yorkshire. If you want to come and join us in the shack, come down. We can do lessons, we can do custom fitting. We've also got a lovely shop here, professional shop with lots of quality stock. If you can't get here, have a look on our website, jwgolf.co.uk. Lots of stock available on there. Or if you've got any questions and you want to just drop me an email, my email address is james@jwgolf.co.uk.